They conduct search and rescue, save lives, and help people in distress. They protect property and keep our port safe. Today we're spending time with the United States Coast Guard, and we'll meet some heroes who make differences on the pier, at the beach, and in the city. Hi, I'm Chris Anderson, and this is Hometown Heroes. So I'm here with BM3 Fresnetta, and what are we doing here?
We are en route right now to Chesapeake Bay from our station over here in Little Creek.
And what is a typical day like here at Little Creek Coast Guard Station?
So a typical day primarily consists of, we wake up every day, our reveille's at 6:30, we eat breakfast, and then we go about whatever tasks we have for the day. Deck department has their own tasks separated from the engineering department. The engineers obviously focus on fixing the boat, getting whatever problems are with the boat or whatever maintenance they have to do with the boat to get that done. Deck department focuses on getting our charts prepared, if we have any new things that need to be added to the charts, or if there's any sort of schedulings for tasks we have to complete outbound or outside in the bay, whether it's helo ops or boardings that we're going to be doing for that day. Then we'll either get underway before lunch or after lunch to conduct our RBS, which is recreational boarding safeties, or recreational boarding safety. It consists of us going out and doing the safety boardings on whatever boats we see out there, just to make sure they have the proper life-saving equipment on board. For the civilian side of the world, it may not seem like we do much, but you said it yourself, I mean, we're constantly, either if we're not working on stuff out there, we're working at stuff in here to help people out there. So it's definitely a joint effort between all of us with deck department and engineering to get whatever we got to get done here before we go out there.
Absolutely. And a few days ago, we had a chance to speak with Captain Carroll to talk about the Coast Guard's role in the MidAtlantic Sector.
Every person who serves within the Coast Guard raises their hand, they swear an oath to serve their country. And they're saying, I'm putting myself second to you. I am here to serve. So when people are running away from bad weather, we're running towards it.
One of the good benefits of it is it is very, very challenging, and it is rewarding work, and you don't ever get bored.
I'll just do Barco!
They are multi-purpose, and they are manned by some of the best men and women in the country, highly trained both on a tactical level, but also from the safe operation level, really in a high degree of severe weather. The Port of Virginia is a tremendous economic engine, not just for the Commonwealth, but really for the entire country. Container, the Virginia International Gateway, that is taken off of one of those very large ships that are next door, that could be in Chicago in less than 24 hours. Just $242 million per day the ports generate for this economy and for this country. And that's a tremendous benefit, obviously, to everybody who lives and works here. Our waterways that we have here in Virginia is a beautiful, wonderful, fantastic natural resource. And so much of our way of life is built upon them. So it's up to us to protect them. And it's also up to us to protect ourselves. During hurricanes and severe weather, you'll see me on the news telling people, look, you need to heed evacuation warnings. You need to make sure that you're preparing, because living in the mid-Atlantic, storms are just a way of life for us. Whether it's a hurricane, it could be a nor'easter, or it could be a large winter storm. It's just something that you need to be prepared for. It's a privilege to live on the water, but it's also one that brings about a certain amount of responsibility. For our folks here with the Coast Guard, we have a plan and we enact that, and we work very collaboratively with all of our port partners. with the Navy, with the Port of Virginia, the Virginia Maritime Association, all different agencies, the towing vessels, anybody who has a stake on the water, we bring into this, and we have a very collaborative plan about how we are going to prepare the port for a storm. Now, after the storm passes, that means we have to reconstitute. That means opening the waterway, and that could be a very, very trying task. You have some of the most selfless, most hardest working Americans in this region, and everybody works very unselfishly together. We are all looking to have a win, and if one agency wins in this region, everybody wins.
Whether you're in a boat or on a pier, fishing is a time-honored event. It teaches us patience, problem solving, and how to enjoy the moment. Plus, we can learn to provide for ourselves. When Wes Brown and the Kiwanis Club put on a clinic, it's all about the kids.
We're at James T. Wilson / Buckrow Fishing Pier in Hampton. I consider myself giving back to the communities that have helped me and our kids in our community and everything else through the years. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to give back. This is our 19th year, and I think we've probably helped improve the lives of close to 4,500, 5,000 kids.
So the kids are going to be treated to a lot of fun today. When the buses arrive, the children will be escorted to an area to have breakfast that has been provided by Marva Maid and other local organizations. They'll have snacks and orange juice. Once the kids have breakfast, they'll then be treated to a great exhibition from VIMS, which is great, and they've always been a part of this.
We're bringing close to 300 kids, 8 to 12 years old, on the Buckrow Fishing Pier to teach them the techniques of fishing, water species, water safety, and that sort of stuff. It's just a learning technique for kids. We're just trying to get them involved in a hobby that will make them improve their lives.
And then they'll move on to behind us where they'll get a fishing rod and reel.
Annually, each summer, we partner with Kiwanis to offer a wonderful experience for young people to learn about fishing, the different types of fish, how to bait. They have lunch and they just spend a full morning here with us.
Kiwanis is all about kids, and what better afternoon for a kid than to learn a little bit about fishing and to catch some fish, which they do.
What makes Wes a hometown hero is his attitude about people and the way he goes and helps people all the time when they need anything. He'll drop anything he's doing to help somebody out. It doesn't matter really what it is.
The organization of putting on a one-day event, the magnitude of what it takes, the months leading up to it, getting all the donations together, getting everybody organized, getting everything scheduled. It's a huge undertaking, and to put this much effort into something, you have to be passionate about it, and he truly is.
Wes has a passion for teaching young kids to fish. When we come back, we'll meet a former competitive surfer who also shares his passion. He makes surfing therapy. Stay with us. So Mikey, I can call you Mikey, right?
Absolutely.
What do we have here in the background?
So right behind us we have Thimble Shoal Light, and actually behind that, as you can see right there, there's a big container ship coming out. That is Thimble Shoals Channel. That is the main channel that brings the majority of the commerce to the United States from at least the Atlantic Ocean. Port Norfolk's right there, and it's an $86 billion a year industry, at least the container ships that come in. So that basically, it is a working lighthouse. It's owned by the Navy. The light itself is operated and taken care of by the Coast Guard through our ACE navigation teams. And you can't see it on this side. On the other side, there's a ladder actually that you could actually moor up a boat right next to and just climb up the ladder. Our ACE navigation guys will go up there, do whatever work they got to do, and go ahead and take off. The light turns on every night, and it's basically showing the entrance to the port that's just on the other side over there of Fort Wolf.
And do you know how long the lighthouse has been here?
I do not. I just know it's been here longer than I have.
Well, the ocean can be a calming place for many of us, and for people with autism, it can create a unique experience. Izzy Paskowitz is a former competitive surfer. He and his wife Danielle founded Surfers Healing when they discovered how much it helped their son.
My name is Izzy Paskowitz. I am the co-founder of Surfers Healing, and we're at Virginia Beach, Virginia, on our second leg of our Southeast tour. I was born with an autistic son, being a pro surfer, and I think at that time I was the wrong father to have that kind of a son. Now, 22 years later, after taking him surfing, you know, it's quite a different feeling. It's quite a different answer. You know, I love my son, and I'm so grateful that he's allowed me the most amazing opportunities to meet incredible people and to be a part of these families with young children with autism.
It has been amazing. We have had up to 50 kids like our first year, then it went to 100, and then it went to 200. And for the past 4 years, we have had to have 2-day camps because now we have about 450 children with autism surfing with us. We never thought he would stand up on a surfboard.
Stand up on a surfboard? Are you kidding? And then, yeah, it's such a privilege to be able to do it with the founder of this organization. So that's, you know, that was, you know, a great bonus.
It's thrilling for us to watch, see him conquer those fears and things that he normally on a day-to-day basis would be, you know, negligent to do.
Most of them are very, very scared, and they don't even want to go into the water, and they might even go kicking and screaming. Then you have some that are very calm and they still don't know what to expect. But what happens is they feel the rush of the water. They are on the surfboard, they can feel the waves lifting them, and it just overcomes them with calmness and peace. And then you can see the smiles and the tears and the laughter. So it's an amazing transformation.
I've been here 6 years in a row. Now the waves I caught were humongous. Even though getting wiped out twice by some humongous waves, I didn't mind. I just got back up again. First gold medal. First place.
So we
got the master of the storm.
We are so proud of you, buddy. You did awesome.
You know, I wanted this to be free. I wanted this to be a part of something that I can do now. I can't fix it, but this is what I can do now, and I'd like to do this as long as I can.
Adaptive sports takes into account the physical needs of athletes. For almost a decade, the U.S. Special Operations Command has hosted Olympic-style competitions for wounded warriors. These athletes prove that life can continue after being wounded, ill, or injured.
Life starts when you get outside that comfort zone. try. Just get outside your comfort zone. Try something different, because when you're gonna get out here, it's not gonna be what you expect. So you're gonna get out here and you're gonna build like camaraderie like you never imagined. You're gonna build friendships that are gonna last forever, and you're gonna find yourself becoming kind of like we are as NCOs in the Army. You're gonna become that coach, that mentor, even in sports that you may not have done before, but you just pick up naturally. You're gonna be able to share those techniques with other athletes, and that's gonna help them.
The Warrior games mean a lot to me. I'd be kind of disappointed if they took it away, because I feel like this is a good venue for soldiers with disabilities to get out and show that just because you have this disability or that one, it doesn't stop you from being a person or an athlete. You can still get out and do these adaptive sports, because your disabilities don't define you.
This year, I'm just here to have fun, and I know I'll do well just because I trained hard, so I can only do as well as I trained. The word disabled, I don't like that word, because it basically means not able. And the thing I point out is that we're quite able to doing stuff. A lot of it, just requires some sort of adaptive equipment or some sort of a different way of doing things. It's a way of proving, hey, with these different ways of doing things, I can still do what everyone else is doing.
When I first competed, I was scared too, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'll be able to do regular sports. I don't want to do anything adaptive. But I don't know, they never know what they're gonna get themselves into or how far they can go with competing in adaptive sports.
I'm a big follower of the Reverend Eric Thomas, and he has a quote that says, if you want something as bad as you want to breathe, you'll find a way to make it happen. And when you want something that bad, you'll find a way, you'll make it happen.
Truly inspiring. Those warriors are finding ways to make their dreams happen. It's said that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. For a group of teens, those dreams include personal growth, inspiring others, and impacting their communities. You'll meet them when we return. All right, so Mikey, if there was one message that you could put out to the public, what would that message be?
It's kind of hard to label it as one message, just because you're out here dealing with Mother Nature, and you can't always rely on Mother Nature to go according to your plans. But the one thing that we do strongly encourage is whoever is going out, whether you're going out in a kayak, a canoe, a boat, you're doing a day trip, a couple days trip, is leave a float plan with somebody. Let them know where you're going, where you think you're going to be, and any possible way that they could get in contact with you. And that way it'll help them know if you're not at a specific destination like you said you were going to be, they can start contacting whoever was in that area to try and keep an eye out for you. And then another thing I would say is that I would strongly encourage is look at what the weather is doing that day you plan on going out, because the weather can change instantly out here. It's flat calm right now, and if the weather turned, it could turn within minutes, and we would be battling 3 to 4 foot seas just to get back about a mile back to where we're going right now. So float plans and check your weather definitely are very strongly recommended in our opinions.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Teens with a Purpose transforms lives and impacts communities. It empowers young people to use their voices, creativity, and their actions to make positive differences in their communities, their classrooms, and their government.
I founded Teens with a Purpose in 1996. Actually, the teens founded Teens with a Purpose. It was a ministry at the Basilica of St. Mary's. And so that was the very beginning. And then in 2007, we formed the nonprofit that exists today called Teens with a Purpose. The whole idea of Teens with a Purpose is teens creatively cultivating the next generation of leaders. So we train young people to lead our summer camps, and they get employed for that. We have a horticultural program. We have a youth advisory council. So that's pretty much our leadership is a consistent piece of what we do in if it's arts or whatever we're doing, that's foundational.
The process is for night. Gardening and art.
Yes, Daquan! Oh, Daquan. He's my love. He's one of my many loves. But Daquan started with us, and he was quiet. He didn't engage in anything. He really didn't make eye contact, but he showed up. So we knew he wanted to be here, and now he's just an awesome young man.
When I first got here, I didn't really talk much.
And the TWP make it easier?
Yes.
What's the best thing about coming to TWP?
The best thing is the garden.
He grows everything under the sun, and when he grows something, he's like, okay, Mama D, did you know? And he'll give me like all these facts about watermelons, and it's like a flower. It's like watching a flower just bloom in front of your eyes.
My favorite part is to help people eat some food, because some people don't got food in the house.
Does it make you feel good when
Yeah.
you can help other people?
Yeah, it makes me feel good.
I wonder if TWP wasn't here, when would he bloom? You know, when would he have a chance to show all of that? Because we're constantly looking for it.
No more shooting, no more street with trash, no more homework. Everybody will have a garden. They will eat and grow their own food, and my heart will feel glad.
You're in a space where everybody is accepted and loved and valued, and everybody is so different. It's a little bit of heaven and a lot of work, but a little bit of heaven every day.
Operating off the coast of Africa isn't the typical patrol route for the U.S. Coast Guard, although recently the cutter Thetis went on a 90-day mission to Africa's Atlantic coast. The crew helped enforce fishing rights, combat smuggling and piracy, and helped rescue a fisherman who had been lost at sea. Semper Paratus, always ready. That is our United States Coast Guard. And until next time, let me say thank you to all of our hometown heroes.